Yeah, hello people. Yeah, it's your boy Pop My Ranks again. I'm back with a video vlog thing. This is very different to a lot of stuff you've seen me do before. Um, I was simply sitting at home, had a lot on my mind, and yeah, just had a lot on my mind. So I thought, you know what, let me go for a little walk. Well, I say little walk. By the time I get back home, I've been walking for about 1.5 to 2 hours. So a bit more than a little walk, probably about 4 or 5 mile walk. Something I used to do. I've been doing it for like the last 5 years. Anytime I'm sitting at home, I've got a lot on my mind. I just go for a walk. May not work for everyone, but it works for me, and it makes me feel a little bit better. So I thought, let me just go for a walk. I was just sitting at home, just thinking about stuff. I was just sitting at home thinking about some of the targets I gave myself this year. It is what it is, but I failed to reach a lot of them targets. Am I disappointed? Yes, I'm very disappointed. It is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Failure happens. It's about how you deal with it. And I look at why I've not reached specific targets, and I could look at other factors and say, yeah, cool, it was because of that, it's because of this, it's because of them. That's not my fault or whatever. It was unfortunate, but you know me, I always like to look at where I went wrong. You know, sometimes you can't really control what other people do, but you can control what you do. You can control how you react to situations. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I look at what I've done wrong and what I could have done better, and I realized, yeah, there was certain things I went wrong. I was not as hungry enough to reach the targets I had set myself. You know, I was not as driven. You know, I wasn't working as hard as I should have. I won't go into specific detail, of course. I still hope you are able to understand and take something from the message I'm going to give to you. I was not, you know what I'm saying? I was not working hard enough. And as I always say, not everything's about hard work. Hopefully you can still hear me with the background noise. Yeah, not everything's about hard work. Of course not, don't think I'm saying that. In fact, I'm one of them people, I do believe in hard work, but hard work isn't the only thing you need to be successful. Sometimes you just simply just be unlucky, you know? And yeah, but yeah, in my case, I realized I wasn't working as hard as I was this time last year. You know what I'm saying? Last year, to reach some of the goals that were related to the goal I'm trying to reach this year, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I was working so much harder last year. I was so much more driven, you know? And I'm upset, I'm annoyed, I'm kicking myself, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? As I said, I did not work hard enough. So I only have myself to blame, you know? And that's the thing. You get a lot of people that try and do bare minimum, you know, and get upset when things don't go their way. You know, I'll give you a little example. Say for example, I don't know. Say for example, you've got exams or whatever. Your final year of uni or whatever. Yeah. Say for example, yeah, you're in your final year of uni. We'll use that. You know, you need a certain amount of points or a certain percentage in certain results or whatever to get the grade you want. If you choose to do the bare minimum, likelihood is you're potentially going to fail. The most ironic thing about planning is nothing ever really exactly goes to plan. A lot of the things people plan to do, you know what I'm saying, obstacles come in the way. So somehow you got to adapt your plan. You got to you know what I'm saying, sometimes you got to adapt your plan. Sometimes you got to think about, yo, this happened, I didn't expect this to happen. How am I going to deal with this, you know? And yeah, so yeah, back to the point, you get, so say for example, you decide you're going to do the bare minimum in your whatever, because you know this is what I need to do to get the grade I want. And then somehow at the end, I don't know, you feel like you get an unjust grade, which completely messes everything up, and then you miss out by 1% or whatever. Yeah, you can say you got an unjust grade or whatever, but had you worked harder, had you not tried to aim to do the bare minimum, you would have reached your targets. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because you chose to do the bare minimum, that's completely messed things up, and you didn't reach your target, you failed, and now you're unhappy, you know? And yeah, I wouldn't say I necessarily done the bare minimum, I just simply did not work as hard as I should have, you know? And that's the thing, that'll be my advice. Don't aim to do the bare minimum, you know? Aim to do the bare minimum is risky, you know? Always have an insurance policy, cover yourself. If you need £500 to go on holiday, don't go and take only £500. Because if you go and lose your passport, if you go and lose a set of keys, if you go and damage an apartment, you're going to need way more than that. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? You know, always prepare for what you didn't prepare for. It sounds stupid, but I hope you're able to understand what I'm trying to say. And this is so important to take into account when we when we mess up in life. Yeah, as I always say, start looking at where you could have done better. Stop aiming to do the bare minimum, because when things don't go to plan, you will pay the price for it. And understand where you could have done better. You know, taking responsibility for your mistakes. Understanding, yeah, cool, this situation messed things up. That situation made things harder. They made things way more difficult for me. You know, things would be easier if it wasn't for this or that. But I understand at the end of the day, yeah, cool, I could have done this better. I should be doing this better. If I go and do this better, if I take responsibility of my mistakes, this mess up is not going to happen. It makes my thing harder, but you know what? We're going to go through this. We're going to get through this. You know, I feel I did not do enough of that this year, and I feel that's why I'm paying the price for certain things. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? As I say, I always love taking responsibility. With me, it's more so I just simply didn't work hard enough, and it feels better when we're able to say, you know what, the reason I failed, or the reason things didn't go to plan, the reason things didn't go the way I want them to go, is because of him, because of her, because of them, because of that, because of this. But if you're always blaming other things for your mess ups, then you're essentially saying that what you aim to achieve is out of your control, you know. And if it's out of your control, then yeah, it's peak. You know, a lot of the time when things mess up, they may not always be completely our fault, but there usually are points where we could have done better. You know, there are usually things that would have happened through that whole situation in which, you know, I could have done this a bit better, I could have done that, and that would have helped. You know what I'm saying? The situation I'd be in wouldn't be as bad as it is now. But because a lot of people love to put the blame on others, a lot of people don't like to take responsibility for their mistakes. This tends not to happen. You know, I promise you, man. Start taking responsibility for your mistakes. Start taking responsibility for where you mess up, and watch how your life changes. By you doing this, you're essentially saying, you know what, I understand that I'm in control of this situation, and yeah, even though other things may happen to make what I'm trying to do, or where I'm trying to go harder, I understand that there are things I can do much better to, you know, ensure that I'm able to reach my goals, or to ensure that if things mess up, they don't mess up as badly as they would if I wasn't prepared to take responsibility. You know, on top of that, no one ever wants to work with or deal with someone that doesn't take responsibility of their mistakes. Whether that's in the workplace, whether that's in a sports team, whether that's in your friendships or relationships, no one wants to work with or deal with someone that always has someone else to blame, that doesn't understand, you know what, I've messed up here, I should have done this. Even though it's not all completely my fault, maybe I could have done this a bit better. No one wants to deal with that sort of person. So it's so important that we're prepared to understand our mistakes, and essentially, you know what I'm saying, take responsibility for where we essentially fuck up. You get a real short video. That's a wrap. I hope you're able to take something from this video. I love when people are able to learn from my mistakes, learn from what I've done wrong, and ensure it either doesn't happen to them, or they're able to deal with things in a better situation. You know, I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. I'm gonna ensure that I rectify the things that have gone wrong, take into account what I could have done better, and make things better. You know, so yeah, again, thanks for watching. Share, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. I do intend to do a lot more of these random videos, so obviously if you did like it, if you felt it was able to, if you could take something positive from it, and I hope you do so, share, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. I love.